Hey, it is another edition of Offside brought to you by Arsenal Fans Beat. Somebody will say, this guy, you are truly United too much. But don't blame me. I'm just looking at the trajectory of United's growth, what transpired between November 11, 2024 till date. That was exactly the period of time that Ruben Amorim joined Manchester United. He came with a fantastic CV, having taken Sporting Lisbon to a great height because they played good football and everyone were looking at them. They were title winners right there at the Portuguese League. But the EPL is a different kettle of fish. When you come to the EPL, that is when you learn how to be patient, you learn how to be ruthless, you learn how to be tactically good in the job that you do. But one big question mark on Ruben Amorim has to do with the way he goes about his duties. Can you imagine? For 6 months plus, this guy had conducted 500 interviews. And most of them, he's been blabbing. Jokingly, off camera, somebody say, that guy just like microphone. Once you just see microphone, he will begin to blab. Well, that is the question. Now, come to think of it, how would the coach that joined the club side that you're trying to take to the next level, your responsibility is for you to groom these guys. You took up a job halfway the season from somebody that had also done creditably well. I feel that your responsibility is to come and rally the team and bring everybody together in unison so that you can walk towards the same direction. But no, this same guy described Marcus Rashford as a no-no, saying I would rather play a 7-year-old coach trainer rather than to play Marcus Rashford. And the same Marcus Rashford went to Aston Villa and proved to be a formidable player for Aston Villa. So you begin to question this guy's antics. And only recently, you just told young Garnacho that he had better pray that he finds a club that will sign him next season, or else he will be out. Now, I'm beginning to look at what this guy said. When he came in, he won 2 matches and drew 1. And in one of his speeches, he said the storm is coming. I believe that, just listen to him in this speech, where he said the storm is coming and that at the end of the day, towards the end of the season, when they had the final match or rather by the end of the season, when they had the final match at Old Trafford against Aston Villa, he said the good days are coming. Now I begin to question this guy's ability because you are going from 6 to 7, you are going from 7 to 6, you're not stable in your commitment to what you want to do. I believe that a coach that really knows his onion will come in and lay the marker and say, this is what I want to achieve. It's going to be challenging, but we are hell-bent at ensuring that we get the best out of our team. You are the same coach that came and said that this Manchester United is the worst side in the last decade and a half. How can a coach that truly wants the best for his team just keep being garrulous and talk anytime he's being questioned by journalists? The guy is really giving us journalist content because anytime you give him the mic, he's ready to say something. And now the question now comes to mind. Do you really think, as a United fan, do you really think that this 3-5-3 or 3-5-2 formation is really going to work in this league? Don't forget, once upon a time, and Antonio Conte introduced that system after Arsenal defeated them by 3-0. He changed his formation, 3-5-3 formation. He went on and won the league. The following season, they excavated that pattern. Trust the English Premier League. They will find out ways of nullifying the way you play. Only recently you saw when Arsenal was scoring from corner kicks and they were calling Arsenal corner kick FC. They nullified it. Now everybody now knows how to defend corner kicks against Arsenal. I'm really, really not happy with what is happening at Old Trafford. Not that I'm trying to troll them, but the truth of the matter is that this coach is giving so much for people to banter and troll United. I feel he's just too immature as compared to the pedigree of Old Trafford. He's too immature to coach this club side. Because the way he goes about his flagrant attitude, and you see that he's having issues with players. Young players that you're supposed to hold by their shoulders, bring them to yourself, and begin to pity players like Chido B. Martins. He might never have an opportunity of playing at Old Trafford. Because I believe that what he's just having is just cameos. Look at the match against the Asian selected side. They had a full-blown squad led by Onana, Maguire, Dalot, Dogu, new signing on player, even Heaven from Arsenal. They lost. They lost. But at the end of the day, even though they lost, they also made £8 million. £8 million, that is what they made from that store. They're going to be having another match again. Who knows whether they're going to win? But yet, this guy comes up with a lot of vituperation, saying things that are completely out of order. Now, this is a place where it appears as if I'm becoming one Gary Neville, always focusing on Arsenal. But this is where people like Gary Neville should come and talk. Your team have got so much challenges that is affecting them, that you need to just go and tear the team apart. Well, for all the naysayers, I like Roy Keane. He knows how to tear his own team apart. Maybe because of the way he left United, you will not consider him a proper legend, so to say. But he was a phenomenal player for the Old Trafford side. He is always really ready to say things that are off the hook and real facts that affects United. So the question now is, do you really think that Ruben Amorim is the coach that will take United back to their glory days? Because it appears as if he talks more in the press than doing it on the pitch. If you ask me, the United team of 2024-2025 season that Eric Ten Hag assembled, we're not completely bad side. The only thing that I saw that went amiss for Eric Ten Hag was that he lost the dressing room. And when you lose the dressing room as a coach, there is nothing so much that you're going to do to get the players striding that your tactical ability that you put across to them. Because your camp is going to be divided. And that is exactly what Amorim is doing again. Do you really think that Marcus Rashford has a place in United team again? When you describe a player as a no-no, that would rather play an aged man than playing a young Marcus Rashford, an England international. It gives a lot for one to think about. Now, the people at the top in the hierarchy of Manchester United, they seem also to be flattered because they're not doing the right thing. They're chasing shadows when they are meant to really assemble their teams back. It's pathetic. It's really annoying because whether you like it or not, Manchester United is one of the top big club sides in the world and also in England. To see a young coach like Ruben Amorim, maybe it might work for him. He said the storm is coming and then the good days are coming. So let's assume that we saw the storm for United after they started very well, winning 2 matches and drawing 1, and they ended up in 16th position. They were flagrant between 17 and 16 until the season ended. So, do you really think that Eric Ten Hag was an issue? Because prior to this time, well, Eric Ten Hag's system is not working. But the guy was winning. He was losing and winning. But Amorim came and put a sledgehammer on a dying United coffin. And at the end of the day, they turned out to come out very bad. And I have my take. If Eric Ten Hag had played that final against Spurs, he would have won. He would have won completely. He would have won that game and won the Europa Cup. But Ruben Amorim, he's very good at talking. He even knows the history of United more than the people that have been there. So anyways, this is my take. United fans, don't come for my head, or I'm not trolling you guys. I'm just saying the obvious facts. It is important that you look inwardly and look at what your coach is doing, because his comments are destroying the psychic of the players. And I am beginning to see where the younger ones that are in the team will say, what's the essence? Like today, Amad Diallo is this pearl of the team. Everybody is coming around him, and So tomorrow, when it goes wrong for him, the coach will just tell him, I just hope you find another club. Just listen to him. Listen to the coach's comment over a player. So, anyways, it is what it is. So let us know what your comments are, what your views are, and let us judge or know if Ruben Amorim is the guy that's going to take United back to glory days. Don't forget that this is the Offside, brought to you by Arsenal Fans Beat.